Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on Eleanor. Still on the boot floor. It's going to be a while on the boot floor. For me anyway, for you guys I'll cut it down as much as I can. So what I'm going to be looking at, you've seen from previous videos, I'm just picking up where I left off. So this is what I've cut away, just to keep this intact at the moment as a template. What I'm going to look at now is getting all of this away. Like I said, I'm going for a full new boot floor. This, I probably could have got away with the rear repair section, but having it here, fettling it, and you know, if I hadn't been replacing the arches, I could have got away with all this and made it nice. But when I start cutting away at things like this and cutting away at the inside, I'll show you the inside in a minute, then I just think it's just not going to be neat, and it's not going to give longevity, basically. So yeah, that's my thinking behind that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the car round. When this is all cut away, it obviously weakens the back end slightly. It is supported by the jig on the arches, and like a few of you guys said, these holes need to line up with the subframe. So I'm not going to cut away this at the moment. I'm going to put a jig in place, if you like. What I'm going to use is some box section on the inside, line them up, and I'm going to bolt them through, because on the other side, you'll see it once I flip it round, it's got the support bars that attach to the inside of here, which I'll show you again when it flips round. So it means I can cut all this floor out when it comes to it, and I'll still have those in place on the other side. It is a genuine heritage floor I've ordered, so it should all line up here, and the holes are pre-drilled, should be in the right place, but I'm taking no chances. If I do it this way, then I'll know it will line up exactly, because I know when it was put together in the factory it didn't all line up exactly, so I'm certainly not expecting it to now. Right, let's get this camera placed, get this rotated, and we'll have a look from the other side. So the plan, see, this is a support bracket that attaches to the rear wheel arch here and here. Once the floor's cut away, this will still be in place if it's cut right, which I'll take my time and make sure it is. To give this extra support at the moment and to stop it moving, I'm going to do the box section from here right across to the other side on both bits. So just box section cut to length, held in by bolts. Coming back to the seat in here, when the companion bin was removed last time, if you're careful, this should all be quite good, but if it's rotten in places like it was here, then this is all destroyed. And rather than making up new patches here, there and everywhere, getting to that shape, that's what influenced me ordering the new floor. I'm going to be obviously a lot more careful once I get in the spot welds here and drill them out, because I'm keeping this panel. That side, yeah, I'll be a bit more careful, but what I found, the access, you're obviously drilling out spot welds across here, but it's quite flush here with the drill, so it's hard to get into to get that lip off. So luckily this will be cut, because I'm not needing it, so this will be cut along there and it'll give me easy access. But you guys are going to be coming along for the ride, so you'll see it anyway. So, brace bars. Measure, cut, drill, bolt. just to get the holes lined up right, I'm just going to show you what I did, rather than measuring and guessing. So basically what I've done is I've attached one finger tight on one side, left that so it's not been drilled, and then went underneath, put this tight against the metal, and you can see there I've marked it with a Tipex pen. So I'll just undo that, drill it off, check them both for fits and get it secured. So there we go, the hole's been drilled, check for fit, perfect. So these can be tightened up, the two bars either side, here and here. But before I do, I'm going to need to cut away this bit of the floor and in here, and I'll do this from the top, because if I bolt this in, cut it from the underside, I'll be cutting into this, and I want to avoid that. So I'll cut along as much as I can along here, here, and then I'll get this bolted in, and I'll do that on both sides. There's no room for you guys to see in here at the moment, unfortunately, with all this. So I'll come back to you once I've cut both sides and got the bars bolted in, and we can get the car rolled back onto its side. Right, that's me back, guys. Sorry to jump in and out. I will try and film as much of this as I can, unless it's getting in the way or I think it's boring, I will cut it out. But by all means, let me know what you guys want to see, because if you feel like you're missing something, I don't want that. So yeah, just chip in and let me know, as always. So anyway, angle grinder, I've just taken as much from the inside away as I can, so that it means that once I get it flipped round, I can get a good line that this is staying where it is. And yeah, I've done the same. Oh, that was the camera, not my head, by the way. And the same on the other side. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the brace bars in, bolted in, so it keeps it solid in place, and then I can start looking at the underside of the floor. I've got a few things that can come off as well. The battery straps here. Every time I turned it, the rear wiring loom was bouncing all over the place, so I've strapped all that, and the ones over the front here and here, so that hopefully the only thing that falls out when I turn it now is the rust. Right, that's both sides fully tightened down, and that's the second time I've hit this today with the camera. There'll be many more. I'm just glad it's not my head. But yeah, there will be plenty more with my head as well. So I'm chipping away at this because I haven't got much time just now. We're looking after kids, etc. So I was going to call it a day there, but I can't help myself. I'm going to have to cut some of this floor out just along there. I'm just going to cut it very rough just now on the other side along here, in case for whatever reason I need to use this floor for something, patches, etc. But what I need to be careful with once I do turn it over is not to cut into the brackets. For example, the rear support to the back, to the wheel arch. Until I know what condition that is, I don't want to cut into it or damage it, so I'll try and stay clear of that as I can. Also, the reinforcement bracket for the seat belts here, I'll need to cut along here until I can grind the welds away from that, because I want to keep that bracket, and that'll just be welded to the new floor. Plus, it also gives a good point of reference for the new floor. What I'm going to do with my phone, as I always do for the ongoing log, is just take loads of pictures for reference, so I know where everything goes, and fingers crossed the new one does line up when I eventually get there. So let's get this jig spun round, get some floor cut out, and then we'll call it a day there. So here goes. So the bit I cut before, cut along, just to make it easier. I can now just cut along here and up here. So I've marked here roughly where that bracket that holds the reinforcement plate for the seat belts goes. I'm going to basically cut along here, up here, past the battery box, and along the top here. I'm going to do a bit at a time because I know roughly where things are. I know that this is the rear seat here, So obviously I don't want to cut anything I'm saving on the other side, so I'm going to stick you on a tripod stand and start cutting. Okay. There really is no going back now. So, as I said, a very, very rough cut because I didn't want to go anywhere near anything. Although saying that, I've went very close there, but not touched. So, that's just a case now of going round, getting rid of all the floor just by using an angle grinder, cutting, spot weld drilling, getting all of this away. So it's going to take a bit of time, but I'm in no rush. I'm just going to take my time, make sure I do it properly, and I'm not going to show you guys here doing it. I'll do that between videos because yeah, there's nothing to be gained from watching me doing that. But this is the section I've cut out here as a rough cut. So I'm pleased with it, and I'm definitely pleased I went for the full floor because it's just seeing it here and what I'm going to bring it to is, yeah, that's the way I'm going. Obviously, but yeah, so I'm going to end that one there. So more progress, bit at a time. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.